I can tell you one thing for certain. Ladies, you're on your own. This and shit like this has been coming for a long time. Almost since the inception of the disease of feminism. And I gotta be honest with you. I know some people are gonna hurt over this. A lot of people are gonna die over this. But this is what it is. Ladies, you're on your own. Just got done going over to see my son and say what's up and check out the fucking sunburn that he's got on his face after I told him to put on some goddamn mask. Nope, can't do it. Got busy. Got a burned up face. Well, c'est la vie. Stopped over at a local convenience store. Now, when I mean local, I don't mean small town local. I mean big local. This store does tremendous business. It's almost empty, and it's the same story everywhere. When I watched the men walk into the store, now I sat out there for about a half an hour, and not the greatest gauge of what's up, but hey, it's as good as anything right now. I sat out there for about a half an hour with the intent of watching the reactions of the men and the women separately, not if they're coming in together or if they're a family unit, but separately. The men are walking in there doing their normal thing, their brisk walk, their stoic face, or they're smiling, or they're laughing, or they're palling around with one another, or they're talking about current issues. The women, on the other hand, are walking in alone. There were two women sitting on the front steps, panhandling for change. Here's the fucked up part. They weren't approaching women for the change. They were approaching men for the change, for the handout. Every woman that I saw in there, bar none, no expression on her face, no smile. It was A to B, back in the car, gone. Ladies, you're on your own. This was bound to happen. It was going to happen. It was going to happen. I'm not disappointed with it. I don't know any red-pilled brother, any MGTOW or monk that's disappointed with it, because we pulled out of this system. We left the system behind. And when everybody's out there pointing their finger and they're laughing, or they're calling you bald or fat, or they're saying that you're old, or that you're a moron, or you're whatever derogatory, nasty thing they can say about you to try to get a rise out of you, they'll say and do anything. And now these same people aren't saying shit. Nothing. Of course, you have the occasional moron like Pelosi or Clinton that broadcasts their idiocy and just how out of touch they are, which is not, to be honest, not unexpected and not abnormal. Not for them. They don't live in this world. They live in a world designed to keep them on high. That's the world that they live in. That's not the world. Ladies, you're on your own. And it's about goddamn time. How about them child support checks? That child extortion racket, the 4D crime family. How about that? I bet that has ground to a fucking halt. Gentlemen, if you're on child extortion, please understand that once things get up and going again, they're going to come after you extra fucking hard to replenish the coffers that they're emptying out to stop this country from collapsing. Because if the United States goes under, everybody goes under. Plain and simple. Strange days, ain't it? Strange days. Hang on.
MGTOW. For men going their own way.
MGTOW.
It's showtime.
So I'm sure that you saw in the community tab the post that I made about the yard where I go and work out of. Our company has 100 semis and one trailer for every tractor. 2 tractors were out. Every slot in that yard was filled. Every one. Trucking companies can't endure this kind of stoppage. They can't. Right down the road from us, maybe an eighth of a mile, is Conway and Expo. Yards full of trucks. Nothing is moving. Nothing. Food shipments have slowed. We've been telling you and telling you and telling you and telling you. This shit was real. It was coming. Whether the viral end of it was real is debatable. Of course it's a virus, yes. And we spoke about that on the MGTOW Summit with Pop. I asked the question specifically. And I think that the answer was appropriate. I absolutely believe that this is not organic. This was intentional. This doesn't end up all over the world in 150, 190 countries in the space of a couple of days. It's absolutely intentional. Absolutely intentional. And if you believe that, which I do, and if you understand that, then you're headed towards a logical conclusion. Why? The only people in the world that have cheered for this are those little liberals, those Marxists, those communists, and the global elitists. They're the only ones that have cheered for this because, honestly, they're the only ones that have anything to gain by it. Breaking the economy of this country and the roar that Trump has been on is what they see as a way to get him out, to push him out of office. They don't care about you, brothers. I'm not talking about just Democrats or liberals. I'm talking about Republicans. I'm talking about independents. All these people that one-dimensionally push themselves into a box. They don't give a shit about you. Not one little bit. Not one bit. Sorry about the road noise. All these people are gouging each other's eyeballs out on television, on their respective bullshit talking point shows. All these talking heads are going after one another. And when the cameras go off and they punch the card, they're eating dinner, sipping tea, and exchanging information. All of these people are doing this. All of them. You are the sucker. You are the pawn. And as a man, you're the ultimate pawn. I would say women would be a little more suitable for that category. Everybody knows how they're being used to fuck with us. But you're the one that it all falls on when it's all said and done. Yes, gentlemen. Interesting days. Oh, and ladies, I didn't forget about you. You're on your own. Everywhere I see a woman over the last week, 7 days, 10 days, roughly, every place that I see a female, I see a long, sad, worried face. You see no such face here. I haven't seen a man that is worried. Now, I know some men feel this worry, and of course, you should. This economy breaks, this economy craters, you're going to see shit that you've never seen before, that none of us have never seen before, ever. Make no mistake, if we come out of this, and these fucking idiots that are saying, oh, it's the new normal. No, it's not. It's not the new normal. It's not the new normal. This is a portion of what you're going to see. It's not the new normal. Nobody knows what a new normal looks like until well after it's arrived. And not 2 weeks or 2 months after it's arrived. These people that keep saying this bullshit, these people, feminists, the LGBTQ, the social acceptance motherfuckers, all of these people with defects that wants everybody to love them and laud them and shout them out, they're quiet now because they understand exactly how much they need men. In times like this, everybody understands how much they need men. Is that good? I don't know. What I know is that it's the truth. In times of struggle, stress, strife, tragedy, it's always us that picks the shit up and runs with it. I would suggest, men, to you, restraint. Don't be so willing to pick shit up and run with it. Don't be so willing to jump out there and save a hoe. Fuck them. They got their wish. They got it. It was granted. Down from the heavens and the skies above. Oh! They got their wish. They got exactly what they wanted. Now, you can take your equal rights and suffer equally. Fuck you. You don't need men. Men don't need to do anything for you. You want to deride us, talk shit about us, talk about how the struggling and the striving on the female side of life is so much more important than everything else? Then you fucking deal with it. That's just my opinion. That's just my suggestion. Like I've said, got a couple of females that I know that watch this, and they don't agree with the things that I say, but they can't debunk them. And that's where you'll always get them. You can dislike it all day long, but you can't undo it. It's an impossibility. Ladies, you're on your own.
Would you like for me to take your pants off instead?
Gee, let me think. Sure. Whoa, jeez. Oh, Pete! We're real friendly around here. Whoa.
I had to pull over and get a quick peek at my landlady there. Talk to her and let her know what's going on. We just received confirmation that we have lost the entire month of April. All manufacturing, all hauling, other than medical and food, has ground to a halt. Ladies, you're on your own. Why do I keep saying that? I'd like to put you all in the Wayback Machine and go to about 1964. And remember that awesome little social contract that we used to have? Remember that? Man, woman, children, the nuclear family, a pet or two, where a guy could afford a home, a car, maybe 2 cars if he worked a little harder and put in some OT, take care of all of the amenities for the house. One person could do that. One. You don't have a chance in hell of doing something like that today. Unless you want to live in a closet or rent out a coffin. You ain't got a chance in hell of accomplishing that. And that's mostly, vastly, because women made it very clear that they didn't need us anymore. And that's all right. That's perfectly fine. Be honest about it. You know, you don't need us. That means that you don't need my money. Well, we end up with the children in the vast majority of divorce settlements and blah, blah, blah. But you wanted it. You wanted it. So now there's an excuse. Now there's a loophole. Now you're Catherine McKinnon's and Andrea Dworkin's changing laws. Not that Dworkin ever did anything other than be a whore and a scumbag. But now you change all those laws. You remove the gender from the law, or you direct it at men. And you broke irrevocably the social contract. Now 80% of divorces are initiated by women. 85 to 90% of divorce settlements with children end in the woman's favor. Now any woman that goes to the big daddy and does this, they take out a loan against the Social Security number that you hold. There's a difference, and I'll explain this in another video. There's a difference between your Social Security card and you. Not that it's paper and that you're organic, but that you have been duped into believing that that is your card and your responsibility. It's not. Turn that card over, and it clearly betrays who the owner of those liabilities and liens are. Once those bitches stick their hand out, what they try to get you to do is to show up to become surety for a loan that is taken out and traded publicly. Isn't that funny? Not really. The social contract is dead. It's buried. And you can rest assured that there are elements of your government that are out there trying to find ways to create the new boondoggle. The new way to sucker men, to make men responsible for everything around them, including women, and their irresponsible choices. Repeal the 19th Amendment. Strip women's right to vote from them. That way they don't vote themselves all of these goddamned entitlements. Anybody that really knows anything about economics and net taxpayer and net tax consumer understands what's going on. You understand that if you pander to 52% of the population and you tell them, oh yeah, calm down, bitches, we'll get you what you want. All you got to do is vote for us, and then we will enslave them. That's a hard pass, Goose. I don't think so. And that's why you see red pill men, MGTOW, monks, with big fucking smiles on their faces right now. Even if they're not so well off, even if they got caught off guard by this, they still don't have the indemnity that comes with other bullshit. They don't need it. They don't want it. What man signs that deal? You tell me that. What man signs that deal? Hang on. It's a loud motherfucker pulling in here with half an exhaust system hanging out from under the car. No man signs that deal. No man. You sit a man down and you tell him, by accepting this marriage license that we require you to have, you are forfeiting your sovereignty as a man. And then you become a citizen, a person. And then we can govern you whether you like it or not. It's just like any deal that you make with the devil. He'll give you the deal, but he's not going to tell you how he's going to fuck you to take it all away from you too. And that's the same thing that they do. The exact same thing. Gentlemen, the light is dropping. And I think it's time to jump on out of here. But ladies, you're on your own.